Hi there, it's Mary Jo. How is everyone doing today? Welcome to the 222 portal. A beautiful energy, beautiful energy to be in today. So much different than the new moon in Pisces energy that we were in the other day that had me specifically all over the place. And now I'm feeling more just kind of yummy and in my feels today. So let's talk about this 2-2 portal. You know, as with any portal, it's an opportunity for mass awakenings. There are a plethora of galactic energies flowing into the planet at this time. DNA upgrades, purging, releasing what no longer serves us. You know, of course, we talk about that all the time, but it is a cyclical, kind of nature where, we ebb and flow with the energies, and we purge and we release, and then we integrate the energy and the wisdom that we've gained during that time of purge and release. So it's a constant one of these things. And when you flow with the energies, I can promise you it becomes so incredibly beautiful and less traumatic, for lack of a better word, because it can be pretty traumatic, especially for those who are newly awakened. So this 2-2 portal, I'm being drawn. Quite a few readings ago, videos ago, I had pulled this card, the Higher Heart Activation card. Dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. And it's drawn my attention. It's been on my table since I drew it. It's got to be, it came out during the full moon, Leo full moon energy. But I'm just drawn to that energy. It feels nurturing. It feels feminine. You know, as we're here at the 2-2 portal, is the goddess portal, the portal of Divine Mother. In the traditional tarot, that card would be the High Priestess card. We can also pull in the card, the energy of the Empress, because she just about came out of my mouth, so let's pull her in too. Energy of rebirthing ourselves, energy of loving ourselves and others. We love others first through ourselves, isn't it? So, when we commune with the divine, we commune with the divine within, and then that flows outward. So this energy feels very poignant to me, and that's not a word that I use. So it's very important that this card is sitting here today. I do have a few notes. I promise I'm not going to read too much. It's just a few things. So the number 2 symbolizes the Divine Mother, goddess energy, unconditional love. Definitely a water element energy, intuition, compassion. Safety even comes in there too. Safety with our emotions. You know, who can we trust with our deepest aspects of self? The 222 portal opens a powerful gateway for us to receive an infusion of goddess energy, and that is the grace and the blessings from the divine. You may call upon your own goddess energy, whoever speaks to you, whether you work with, Isis, Hatha, Mary Magdalene. She's my one of my very main guides. Whoever you call in, or just call upon your own inner goddess energy, your own divine mother energy flowing through you. And that it resonates right here in the higher heart and the heart chakras. To align, like I said before, with the High Priestess. She is mystery. She is the one who meditates in communion with the divine, and she gains wisdom through that quietness and through that meditation and that communion. And she sits with it. She asks it to show her the truth of herself. It's about aligning with your soul purpose. This comes into play. I'm having service being brought in again, and that came out during my new moon in Pisces video. What does service mean to us? So that energy is present as well. I mean, we are still in that new moon Pisces energy. It's starting to dissipate a little bit now, but because we're in Pisces season, I feel it's going to be a time of just deep, reflective, soul searching. But I'm also getting a lot of galactic activation as well. So it says like, as that flows in, we go within, we search our soul, we dive into the deep recesses, and we discover the aspects of ourselves, the feminine. As we're talking about this portal today, let's talk about the feminine energy. Whether you're male or female, we all have, of course, the masculine, feminine energy, and the divine masculines collectively have been initiated into their feminine, their sacred feminine energy within. So this is a beautiful opportunity, I'm hearing, to integrate that for the divine masculines. Even if you're a feminine and your inner masculine energy has been diving into its own, how it merges and flows with the feminine energy within. This is very, very important energy that's coming through. Anything else I want to say? Yes, the 22 number, the Master Alchemist number. And what I got through with that, this is the think big energy. And Spirit said, think big, then dream bigger. So nothing is impossible. Nothing is out of reach. That's all I want to say. They just stopped me. So I've got a few decks out here. Well, I've got my hand on this one. This one is the Goddess Temple deck. Let me see if I can grab it. A Goddess Temple deck. I am not familiar with this deck, to be honest with you, but it was calling to me. So let's just tap in and let's get some energy just about this day, the 2/2 portal of 2023. Well, this one certainly wants to come out, the Harvest. I'm just going to intuitively pull some energy from this. Like I said, I am not familiar with this deck. I recently purchased it, and I haven't really taken a dive into the PDF that came with it. I like a book that I can hold in my hand, so reading it off the internet it's hard for me. This is like reaping what you sow. That's that think big and dream bigger. You know, you might think you want just, she's got just a sheaf of wheat in her hands, but there's just so much more that she can acquire. Let's see what else wants to come out. Abundance is yours, I'm hearing. Abundance is yours. Anything else from this deck, please, Spirit? I feel one more wants to come out. Again, if you hear the squeaking, I've got Frigid in her chair. She's stopped her bath and she's just resting at the moment. So we'll see how long that quiet lasts. It's like having kids, right? Every time you're on the phone, they want to talk to you. I'm surprised she's not found her way up onto the couch. That's too many. That's half the book here. One more, please, Spirit. I feel one more in here. too many. Silent. What other messages, Spirit? Well, we've got 3. I'm going to take them because, excuse me, the one that kept falling out when I was shuffling before I turned on the camera, and it was on the bottom of the deck when I finished shuffling, has come out. That is Kerr. This feels like definite feminine energy, nurturing, Divine Mother, healing the inner child. Loving the inner child. I'm hearing loving the inner child. Teaching it that it can have everything it dreams about. Teaching it that there's no limitations. I've got the Owl Tower. That's interesting. That feels like High Priestess energy. Gaining divine wisdom. I'm seeing this as I'm viewing it through the lens. I'm seeing this as the portal. Excuse me. My throat is suddenly closing, or not closing, just feeling a little restrictive. So where aren't we speaking our wisdom? Where are we not sharing? You know, this isn't about shoving the dove kind of energy. This is integrating the higher wisdom as we go into communion with the divine. The owls are bringing the messages, the higher knowledge. I'm seeing this so differently now. So that portal that I saw through the lens is actually one of the eyes of a larger owl. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 6 owls on this card. But the building itself is an owl. And that portal is an eye. And inside the eye, I don't know if you can see it, is you. You looking out. You looking out into a world. Dreaming for the more. Why aren't you going for the more? Why are you... Now this is feeling like 8 of Swords energy. Being trapped in the tower is what's that? Like Rapunzel, trapped in the tower. But you've got all this wisdom and this wisdom to share with the world. Very interesting energy coming through. Perhaps this is a time being trapped in that tower. Not really trapped. Just taking the time to nurture yourself. Asking yourself, what are my dreams? What is it that I am dreaming of? What is it that I want? What is it I'm telling myself that I can't have? And realizing that the can't haves, there aren't really any of those. You know, everything is possible. Now this feels like High Priestess energy. Got the vision, higher knowledge, divine downloads, opening yourself up to receive them. These are like antennas. It looks like, you know, just receiving the divine downloads, the galactic downloads. Pulling in the higher vision. I'm also getting that with the downloads we're receiving now, prior to this portal, during this portal, I mean, we were just getting hit with M-class solar flares and X-class solar flares left and right. Those are the downloads. Those are the upgrades, the DNA upgrades and the activations. We're also having, some of us may notice blurry vision. Where are we not seeing things clearly? We're having upgrades within our physical eye chakras, throat chakras, third eye, crown chakras. Well, alto major chakra being shown. It's a connection between, it's merging the lower and the higher chakras, opening up more of the, up into the 12th chakra system. All right. Let's take a look and see what this is. I've got the Divine Feminine Oracle. I want to get a few feminine energies coming out here a little more. Well, I'm going to butcher this one. Meshig Lebdron, the diamond-hearted Dakini. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Just going to let you just gaze on that for a moment while I see what messages want to come through. Yeah, as I mentioned, with any portal, it's about releasing and purging what doesn't serve us anymore at the level of consciousness that we're at, or that level of consciousness that we're moving into. This is about not having the fear to dive deep. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. I to be honest, I have a little issue with the phrase "to feel free." I don't want to just feel free. Do you? I want to know that I am free and be free, be the sovereign being that I am. We can't do that without loving and accepting and seeing our light aspects with our dark aspects, merging them into one. This isn't about, they talk about the death of the ego. I don't believe in the death of the ego. And I know I've mentioned this before. I believe that for me, it's been observed as more of a disempowerment of the ego, releasing the distortions of the ego. So the true nature of why we have an ego can be, just bother me, can be expressed in its truth alongside with our higher aspects. Let's see who else wants to come out. Oop, hang on. Oh, we've got a bunch. We've got some strong women. We've got Joan of Arc, the warrior of light. I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. Yeah. Look at the divine wisdom that surrounds her. That light just emanates what's inside of her. The faith, the strength. It's funny because I had this mental conversation with my higher self today that went something like this. I was judging someone for worrying about something, and that person would say, well, I have faith. Well, to me, if you have faith, there's no worry. And that worry, to me, and if you worry, This is not judgment on you by any means, or anyone who worries. I understand it. But for me, if I'm worrying about something, then I'm not fully grounded in my faith. If I'm fully grounded in my faith, then I trust the divine to work out for the highest good of all, whatever that is that I would normally be worried about when I wasn't fully in faith. Does that make sense? Joan of Arc, she had faith in the divine, faith in herself, because she knows, or she knew, or she knows that the divine is within as well. Sorry, I had to pause to get some coffee. All right. This one, and again, I'm going to butcher this name. Amaterasu? Thank you. The goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. I got nothing more to say on that. That is the most beautiful divine truth. Literally have nothing more to say on that. Gosh, I just look at that energy emanating from her. Divine energy, feminine energy, mother energy. We have white buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Yeah, again. Just trust and faith. Letting the heart, letting the soul lead. Some very, I don't know what the word is I want to use. I mean, a lot of different energies. Remembering to, stand in your faith, to have faith, to nurture yourself, to heal the inner child, to open yourself up, to receive, to know that you're not trapped. I didn't ask for anything, but there's the Nine of Cups wants to come out. Feels like that energy right now feels more like just flowing in the emotions, not being drowned by them, not being lost by them with this Pisces season. Let's take a look at the little more energies of the 222 Portal Spirit, please. Four of Cups. Let's get a few out. All right, we'll start with that. You've got the Four of Cups, the Tower, and the Three of Wands. And the message coming through right away is, where have we, this just seems like a common theme, again, where have we not seen the opportunities, or where are we waiting for opportunities? I was just stopped. Spirit said, no, I need to read this energy a little differently. This is divine inspiration I'm feeling. These energies we're receiving are breaking down the walls and the barriers to everything that we couldn't see before, so we can fully gaze upon it. We can understand and know that there are so many more opportunities out there. There's a vast horizon out there. Think big and dream bigger. Don't keep yourself small. This feels like a very small energy. Woe is me. I'm not good enough. You know, and hey, if you're there, fine. It's right where you're supposed to be right now, because you're meant to break through and break free of all of that. To have faith. This figure here, it's done the work that it was guided to do, and now it knows that its blessings and its abundance is coming to it, you know, coming toward them. This is not only a waiting energy, but it's a waiting in faith energy. It's still active. You're still having faith. You're still going about your daily physical lives, because we need to keep the balance. What dreams have you let go? Think big and dream bigger. The universe is going to come in and it's going to break down everything that you have put in the way, everything that society has put in the way of it, and it is going to open things up. This 222 portal, I feel, is going to break open a lot of heart energy centers for so many people. This is also going to break open. This is a mass awakening again. We have wave after wave after wave of mass awakenings, and they've been coming for years, but 2023 this is a huge year. Next 2 years, I'm hearing, are the big years for humanity to wake up and stop looking at opportunities missed. Start looking forward to all the potential possibilities, in full faith, knowing that nothing is impossible. That's one message. Thank you, Spirit. I had no idea what messages would come out today. I overdid my research for the Saturn and the new moon in Pisces video, and I wanted to underdo my research for this one and feel more into the energies. And this portal can mean so much to so many different people. But it's definitely about getting in touch with our inner divine feminine energies. Yes or no? No. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I feel this can lead off of that first message a little bit, but it also has a more of a, you can take it as a singular message, or you can blend it with the first 3 cards that came out. And we've got the 7 of Cups. Dreams. Think big and dream bigger. There's so much out there. The world is a vast place, I'm hearing. And then we've got the World card. I completely forgot that was in my hand. Oh my goodness. And we got the 6 of Wands. I'm getting a couple messages through for some in particular. This is an energy of finally being recognized. This is coming through, for this message, this is coming through as murkiness. And then this is things shifting into a recognition of your efforts, recognition of your talents, recognition of something that could be in business, it can be in partnership, that can be within self. So whether that's you seeing yourself clearly now and seeing the shifts that you need to make in your life, you know, world is a cycle ending and cycle beginning. But this is, I'm getting really clearly with this one. This is about seeing or being seen clearly, being recognized, being celebrated. This is victory. Victory for all the emotional purging you've done. Victory for all the karmic healing you've done. That if all that healing has shifted a cycle, has shifted a timeline for you, putting the past in the past, and you're coming out shining like a bright diamond is what I'm hearing. So that's cool. So that's for either someone in particular or a bunch in particular. And the other message I'm getting is, you know, with the World card, we have an ending and a beginning here. This is new cycles. This is cosmic energy coming in with this World card in particular. I'm feeling a lot of DNA activations. I'm just paying attention to the swirling going around. I'm hearing this has not been an easy cycle. Let's tell me something you know, these people don't already know, Spirit. You know, thank you. You're being recognized for the hard work that you've put in, the emotional purging. So again, that singular message becomes a collective message in a sense here. We are all being recognized by the divine, by the galactic families our tribes out there. We are being recognized for all the choices we've made. We've healed this, 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 we've faced these fears, and we've really done the work to free ourselves from anything that was constrictive. And now Spirit is saying, we recognize you, we see you, and we celebrate you. A little choked up there. We celebrate you. So this portal is just bringing in, gosh, it's bringing in a recognition from the divine. It's bringing in more galactic energies. It's bringing in opportunities to see where we've kept ourselves small, where we haven't nurtured ourselves, where we haven't allowed our inner child to be held and seen and recognized. Now I get it. When we can heal and recognize and see our own inner child and nurture it and heal it and love it, then we gain the recognition of ourselves. Again, that comes along the lines of self-mastery. Just getting big. 2023 is just a huge self-mastery portal for the collective. I've been getting that message for quite some time, and this is just reiterating that for me. I just want to tap in. Is there anything else, Spirit, before we get some closing messages? Any other messages, please? It's 2-2 portal for those watching. Come on. Yeah. Shuffle, they say. One more. One more message, please. I'm really surprised the High Priestess or the Empress hasn't popped out yet. One more card, please. Thank you. All right, we've got... I almost thought it was the High Priestess when I first saw it. So we've got the Seven of Swords. We've got Star card, healing. We've got the Chariot, moving forward. Sorry, I just keep getting something popped up on my screen there. All right, how they come out. They came out like this. You know, because when I first looked at this card, when I flipped over, I felt and I thought it was the High Priestess, and that's just the energy I'm still feeling off of it. Healing the deep mysteries of self. Not being afraid to wish, you know, think big, dream bigger, dream big, dream bigger, however you want to look at it, because we're moving forward. We're leveling up. We're, you know, this Chariot is led by, I don't believe, yep, no reins on this card. That's allowing the soul to drive you and having full faith and full trust in the journey, knowing that wherever you land, it's going to be exactly where you're meant to be. Putting away the distrust of the journey, putting away the lack of, I'm hearing a lack of faith in self, fully healing, coming into our own mastery, diving deep into the emotions, diving deep. Look at the water. I mean, just so much energy of water energy, divine feminine energy, tapping into the intuition and allowing that to move you forward. I'm sorry, I'm hearing to propel you forward. And so we shall allow it to propel us forward. Yeah, divine justice coming through, beautiful balance with the feminine energy. Kind of feeling this go into connection with this, with the two vessels here where she's pouring the energy out, and there's the scales. Don't know how that ties in for everyone, but I'm just feeling that it is time. It is time, and the universe is stepping in. But instead of allowing the universe to, or, you know, just sitting back and letting the universe step in and dismantle anything, why not work with it? Why not let it flow? Why not alchemize? You know, the 2-2 is a master alchemy number. You are the alchemist of your life. You and your soul and the divine and all that is can have everything that you're dreaming of, everything that you're wishing for, knowing that it's coming, trusting that it's coming. I'm going to get 2 more cards because my phone is telling me my storage is low. So I'm going to put the Higher Heart activation card back in here, the one that I showed you first. One card from here, please. Let's choo-choo pour. One of these? Nope. Real mellow today. It was good after the past few days. Sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness and sensuality. Tapping into the divine feminine creative flow within. The word sacred has been coming out a lot lately too. If you've watched any of my videos, holding things sacred. Also holding sacred space for yourself and the healing that's occurring. Go into that sacred space. I'm hearing go into that sacred space. Feel into all the emotions that you're feeling. This could also be womb healing, again, healing the inner child, healing the trauma that happened to the physical vessel during child birth. If you're a female, doesn't matter. If you're a male, you also have a womb energy where this is, healing sexual trauma as well. Could be coming up for some during this portal. Especially, I'm hearing, if you are a masculine energy or a male in gender, this is important healing to go along with your initiation into the divine feminine energy within you. Thank you, Spirit. My final card I want to get for you is, so this is my very first deck that I've ever used. And funny enough, I don't often use it anymore. But it just wanted to come out today. They're very gentle messages in here. Perhaps it is because this energy can be very heavy for some. That's what I'm hearing. Angels, please. What is it you need to share with us? I want to get a couple from here. Strongest guidance, please. The highest and good for all. Nice. So we have Adriana. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, your thoughts, and your dreams. Beautiful message of trust, have faith, feel nurtured and loved through the understanding that your angels are protecting you. You are so divinely guided, not just today, but every day. Whatever portal you're moving through, whatever activation, whatever purging you're up against, you are guided, you are protected. I'm hearing, look for the light. Sometimes when we close our eyes, you see a flash of light. Follow that. That is your guidance. You are being led for your highest good, to your highest good at all times. Also, listening to your dreams, writing down your dreams. They all have hidden messages, for us to learn from, to heal from, to ignore, whatever you choose. We have Grace and Antoinette to help heal the situation. See the other person's point of view with compassion. Love this energy. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. If you're in a situation that you need understanding, especially if you're in a situation where your first reaction is to point the finger and blame. I would hope that we're past that now if you're watching my videos, but this is about really nurturing yourself, having compassion for yourself, however you are presenting in whatever specific situation. But it also helps if you can remove yourself and look down upon the situation from another vantage point, from the other person's viewpoint. Try to see it through their eyes. Do a visualization meditation if you can, and just put yourself into their body, and so to speak, and look through their eyes to see how they view the situation. You can learn so much, and so much healing can come from doing so. I'm being told to look at the bottom of the deck. Astara, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. Think big, dream bigger. think that's pretty plain and simple. We've got that a few times, you know, with the star card, the message for the 222 portal. We are all worthy of the highest timeline. There's so much more abundance for you on all levels. I'm not just talking finance. I'm talking love, emotional, mental abundance, physical health, physical well-being. Gonna leave it there. Thank you for joining me. I love you. Speak soon. Bye.